Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode is about the legendary. You gotta say it that way too. Legendary, iconic, classic hip hop. I'm talking about the entity known as Sway and Tech's Wake Up Show back in the 90s. This was just, and we all know who Sway is now. I mean, if you know Sway. If you listen to satellite radio, you listen to Sirius XM, you know who Sway is. You go to YouTube every once in a while, you can see Sway. If you remember the MTV days, Sway would come up there doing the joint close to the hour. He ended up doing the news joint on that. And when it came to hip hop, he was always walking around talking to the hip hop dudes. He was the credibility that you needed because Dre, Fab Five Freddy, and Ed Lover left. But y'all know Sway. Before all that, we gonna get into a lot of stuff though. Sway was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Sway gave the world the Sway and Tech Wake Up Show on the West Coast, where it was just unadulterated boom bap hip hop. West Coast hip hop, East Coast hip hop, underground hip hop, just dope hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And it was just wild. You know what I'm saying? And they had the freestyles coming through. Between Sway and Tech and Stretch and Bobbito, the whole concept of going somewhere and freestyling really became that thing. Because, you could go to your local station and do it, but those moments were monumental. And then the internet came, and it just made it even more infamous. We all know so many moments. And I talk about it on the show, that's why I'm avoiding saying anything. I don't want to feel like I'm saying it now and then you hear it again. This dude was out there, Sway. I'm saying that because it's the whole movement. This whole Sway and King Tech thing. Y'all ain't understanding. That was just, And by the way, my man, rest in peace, a DJ I know that was also my producer when I was young as a rapper, had a Sway and King Tech record. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and I remember telling him, these dudes got a radio station. Like, them dudes? That's crazy. Then he's, you know what I'm saying, again, when the internet really started kicking off, he was like, you hear so-and-so freestyle? Yeah, that was on that Sway and Tech show I was telling you about. Yeah, them dude, hey, that's dope. How you get the whole episode? I'm like, you probably gotta look for that online. You know what I'm saying? It's out there somewhere, of course. And then with the days of YouTube, you get all of that now. There's websites dedicated to nothing but presenting stuff like that now. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is hip hop. I think Sway just got inducted into the music, the radio DJ thing, or whatever, the Radio Hall of Fame or something. You know what I'm saying? He got put in there with that. And it's just, again, the dope, humble beginnings and being on that hip-hop show brought him to where he is. And he never's changed as far as that goes. Like, even when you listen to the Sway in the Morning joint, and I've checked it out many times, it starts off with the Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Wake Up Everybody, plays that all the way through. And then a lot of times it has like some of the hardest hip-hop music first song. Hard joints. I've heard KRS-One joints. I've heard some old Jay-Z joints. I've heard some dope Kendrick Lamar joints. I mean, spit. And then it gets into some other stuff here and there. Like, it's because it's still a radio show, but it starts out banging you in the head. You know what I'm saying? And go, because that's the essence. For us who remember the Sway and Tech show, that's us. That's that, I ain't left y'all. You know what I'm saying? When he comes up and he has dudes do the bars, they used to have the DJs do their thing. That's what it is, man. That's what makes. That's why you gotta love guys like that. You love the progression, but to still keep it. I know where it is for my day ones. Salute to dudes like that. Salute to Sway Salute to King Tech, whatever he's doing. I'm pretty sure he's doing great. Salute the DJ Revolution. Know he's doing great. This is just, it's a dope moment, man, when you see stuff like this. I had to talk about it. I don't know when I'm going to get to the next one, the part 2, which is Stretching Bobito, but it's coming. I had already did that on the show. Today is Thursday going into Friday. We did that last night. So, this is what it's doing, man. Who knows when you guys will get this, because it is like Thursday night in the middle of the night going into Friday, technically Friday. And we will try to get it up Friday night at the latest. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. This is how we get down. Please enjoy this. Please do the research on my brother and King Tech also, and the whole Wake Up show. Please, if you're about that, if you're somebody who's like, yo, I like listening to MC's freestyle, those were the days. Those, because these guys they didn't blow up. A lot of these guys became legends all for nothing but freestyling on these legendary radio shows. Please check it out, man. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy. I will holler at y'all next time. Thank y'all for listening everywhere. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. Lost Boys. For people who go, yo, I have people who, even on my radio show, who go, I don't understand what you mean when you go East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. Lost Boys said that in the song it is. You know what I'm saying? To the east, to the west, East Coast, West Coast, we're worldwide. To the vibe, to the ride, to my peeps, to the people, I think it's the Bees and the Bends. All my ladies and my men, keep your head up. Hey, I butchered the whole joint. I can say it when the song's on. Don't get it twisted. When the song's on, I can say it. But I know the East Coast, West Coast, worldwide. That's a Lost Boys reference. I might have to say that a couple of times because I still get people saying it. Well, I say it on the street sometimes. I'm like, East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. That's just me showing love to the Lost Boys on that. Lost Boys, another nice hip hop group. Signed to Uptown Records at first. And then I guess through Universal when Universal bought it. Check them out if you want to. They're dope. Anyway, this is what I do. Thank y'all for listening, man. It's always dope when I see my little joint got different countries added. It's like, yo, salute to all these people out here in these countries. I don't even know. Yo, salute. Thank y'all. It could be some like soldiers somewhere, some American soldiers like, yo, I feel what he was saying, so I start keeping the ear out. Could be some actual people who are like native to these countries, and they're like, yo, I feel where he coming from. I don't know, but I want to thank y'all. Thank y'all very much. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, as this podcast grows and grows, we will start having actual interviews and discussions, do all that kind of stuff too. But right now, it's still just here's a segment from the mix show, the radio show, and we rock out, man. Y'all get this little introduction, and we bang out. You know what I mean? Thank y'all very much. Please enjoy the show. Yes. Hey, you know you always. I feel like if you play MOP, especially how about some hardcore, you gotta do Broken Language. I don't know, that's just me. Broken Language, and even though I don't even think they was dope together, I don't even know if they had beef or whatever. But yo, when you play that, because it's just the griminess of the whole vibe. The whole vibe is so grimy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what else are you supposed to do with that right there? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, anyway. This is that time of the night where we do what we do because we know we feel right. And y'all know what this is. This is that joint right here. This is that joint, by the way. Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm vibed out on my own joint for a hot minute. That thump is just where it go at right there. Anyway, let's do what we do because it's about that time. Word up. Hold on. Let's take it from the top. I'm zoned out on that beat. Let's go. This moment in black. No. This moment in hip hop history. I feel like this, man. You can't talk about one without talking about the other. So I figure Wednesday I will talk about the other because to me they are companion pieces for 90s hip hop. Especially, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to go down that road. I'm gonna say it now because I already opened that door to myself. So I always talk about how Tyler Creator was like, yo, I don't know how people say they miss 90s hip hop. You can go out here and just pull it up and listen to all the 90s hip hop you want. And I'm always like, I feel where he coming from, but the 90s just was a vibe, man. Like the way these dudes be like, yo, I just ride the wave. It's a wave, it's a vibe. The 90s was not even a vibe. The 90s was evolution. The 90s was coming out of the cocoon and becoming butterflies. You know what I'm saying? The 90s was that. The 90s was when the tadpoles started getting legs to become frogs. You know what I'm saying? Like the 90s was a whole different process. And it's wild that like sometimes I don't think, like, if you didn't live it, you don't get it. You know what I mean? And this is one of them joints that I'm about to talk about. That is one of those pieces that when you say it, people understand where I'm coming from. The Sway and Tech show, the Wake Up show, the original joint, not the Shade 4-5 joint, the original Sway Tech Revolution, just unadulterated, boom bap, underground hip hop. Remember them joints? And at some point, we all did it, we all done it. We sat around downloading the freestyles or listening to the freestyles from the Wake Up show. Monumental moments, man. Eminem got signed off of that, being in that joint. But there's no Wake Up show without Sway and King Tech. And these dudes were actually, before the show, they were actually artists. They was artists. They had like 2 albums, Flynetic Force and Concrete Jungle. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really work out for them like that. But in 93, they get on a show. They step in and they rock a show. And it becomes such a major, massive force to be reckoned with. It gets you know what I'm saying? It gets syndication and all this. Like this, the Wake Up show was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like on a whole nother level. And like I said, the only reason I feel like there's a companion piece, and that's Stretch and Bobbito. You know what I'm saying? Stretch and Bobbito and the Wake Up show went hand in hand. They're part of what turned that whole vibe of what it is to be hip hop into hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, if you remember both of those or one of those, you know what I'm talking about. You take Sway and Tech, Wake Up show, Stretch and Bobbito, and the whole concept of mixtapes, Clue, Ron G, you know what I'm saying? What was my man who used to have the craziest introductions? Juice. You take all these dudes, you know what I'm saying, and just that whole vibe of the 90s. That's what it was. You had the dudes who walked around with the whole case, opening up the book, what mixtape you want. Then we talking tape, we ain't talking CDs, we talking still on tape. Clue, salute to Clue. He was one of the first, if not the first, to take it to CDs. That's a whole nother level. But I'm saying, Sway and Tech Wake Up show was that joint, man. And they always kept it real. They kept it a buck. They let dudes come in, promote their album. You know what I'm saying? And it's always almost to the point, it was like, did you want to hear the DJ mix? Or did you want to hear the rappers spit? Did you want to hear your favorite MCs come through? Maybe not your favorite MCs. Some dudes you just got put onto because they came in and they killed it. Did you want to hear that, or did you want to hear the mix show? Sometimes it was all hand in hand. Other times it was just like, yo, I just want to hear these dudes. Just one night, just had these dudes come up here and just murder it. And it was a dope part of hip hop for the 90s. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's weird when dudes say, man, nah. That was a vibe. This thing when you pull up like the LA Leakers and all these dudes right there, yeah, that's cool. But we talking about this was special because it was rare, and it was like that was one of the monumental moments to get that vibe. And they were doing stuff with dudes that ain't nobody really rarely heard of. You know, Chino XL, nobody really heard of Chino. Razkaz, you know what I'm saying? Tech Nine, hey yo. Until I moved to Kansas City, I didn't even know Tech Nine wasn't from the Bay Area or LA. I thought he was a West Coast dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he was always up there to the point. Like, I know there's times I've literally heard him go, yeah, we just came from the studio, came through, just drop by to chop it up, and then he starts spitting. And it's like, yo, hold on. I get out to Kansas City, and they're like, yo, yeah, you know he from Kansas City, Independence.
buddy from Kansas City, and it was like, yo, that's wild, because I never knew that. But that's what I'm talking about, man. It's just, you gotta like, there was a whole vibe of the 90s that you can't replicate. You can't, you know what I'm saying? When dudes from the 90s tell you these stories, it's just the vibe, the way the artists would interact with each other, would interact with the streets. You know what I'm saying? The fact that every DJ mix show wanted to have MCs come through and spit them bars. You know what I mean? Because that became like the thing of what to do. It was just the vibe, man. And this right here is one of them joints. Salute to Sway and King Tech, Revolution. And it was dope, because then next thing you know, you saw Sway on MTV. And it's like, that gave, and it's wild, because that was one of the moments that gave MTV credibility with hip hop, because they was, once they had lost Rap City, you was like, ain't nobody mess with them no more. And then it's like you look up and it's like, oh snap, okay, Sway here, and Sway was just out here doing this thing, man. So salute to that. And then of course we all know Shade 45 joint that he do, boom, and it's just remarkable, man. It's dope. It's always good to see what's going on with that right there. So we're gonna get back into this music, man. I got less than 30 minutes. We're gonna rock out. I could have ended up just reminiscing on some joint. Like, I'm in my own world right now, just smelling all kind of like beaties, blunts, you know what I'm saying, Timberlands, Gore-Tex, dudes with their lug outfits, dudes with the Air One t-shirts, you know what I'm saying, Jordans, the Grand Hills, Patrick Ewins, dudes was out here with the Pat Ewins and the Champions and joints with the big Timberland hoodies, or whatever, like college team you was rocking with hoodies, just rolled out here, just wilding out for no reason. Man, yo, you know what I mean, machine jeans, 8-ball jackets. Yo, I'm telling y'all, I'm sorry, man. Let's get back into the music. I'm out here reminiscing hard body. Let's go. Yes. Hey, that's my time. Woo-hoo-hoo. Hey, y'all ain't understanding. This is my essence right here. This boom bap hip hop is all grimy and gritty. You know what I'm saying? Hoodie, hello. Just head down with your hands tucked in the joint. You know what I'm saying? Word up, just rolling up on dude. Yo, son, what you got? What's blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, because I just earlier said we can't live that life. We need to stop the violence. We need to be peace in the hood. I'm for all that. But I remember there was a time, if you look sweet, you know what I'm saying? If you was coming out here real sugary, I'm the water to dissolve that. I got your problem, I can solve that. It's all that and then some. In comes your income to my pocket, poppin'. Woo, I'm sorry, that's right. I'm self-discriminating and all that. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here. Before we go, let me do it like this. Do it right, because I know my time. Let's go. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, make a change for the better and be a better person, by all means, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.